So tonight I'm flying the police airplane. I got this job a few months ago. I'm gonna go fly that thing, hopefully fight some crime. This is a flatway. It's a tiny little flatway. Look at that thing. Sunday night, Air 101, which is the sheriff's helicopter, was flying the last couple of nights, and I guess they were really busy. Hopefully we get into something exciting tonight. Here we go. A couple months ago, I was finishing a day trip flying a private airplane when I noticed this Gyps Aero air van sitting in the hangar. I was given the number to the sergeant in charge of the flight department of the Modesto police, and a few days later I was checked out to be a civilian police pilot. We usually fly the airplane for up to 4 hours at altitudes between 4 and 10,000 feet. With the addition of this airplane, we are able to provide air support within seconds of a 911 call being placed. This greatly helps reduce the workload of the officers on the ground and also provides valuable information to incoming officers, as you'll see here in a little bit. 9 Delta information, Mike over at Modesto Jet Center, ready for taxi.
Red 9 Papa Delta, same intentions.
What are our intentions?
Stand by.
Just operational over Modesto.
Not going to do anything yet.
Got nothing crazy going on, just straight.
209 Papa Delta, we don't have anything currently on the book, so we're just gonna take off straight out, straight out and then climb to about 5,000 feet in circle.
Red 9 Papa Delta, runway 28 right, taxi via Alpha.
Turn right via Alpha, 209 Papa Delta.
Off.
Engine instruments.
All green.
You ready for the camera?
Ready for the camera.
Here it goes. HMA 45. No shirt, gray shorts. 417 large hunting knife. Eastbound towards O'Reilly's. Now updated northbound Mariposa.
Okay, so that is our first call of the night. You heard what it is. Sounds exciting. Right now we are almost 8 miles away from that call, but we can already start to kind of see where we're going and what's going on, so they're already scanning back there to see if they can find the suspect. So we've been up in the air for about 45 minutes. We've gone to 3 different calls. Nothing exciting has happened, but one thing that we are doing is we're going to calls that people have made. Then if we don't find anything going on anymore, we clear that call, or they do, and that makes it to where now an officer on the ground doesn't have to waste their time going to that call. A few minutes after receiving the previous call, we responded to a man who got into a physical altercation with the front desk at a hotel. Within a few seconds of the 911 call, we were able to find the suspect and then track and tell the officers where he was. After finding this suspect, we were called to respond to a fight in progress at a pop-up concert that we're gonna head to. We flew over this event for 1.5 hours. After the performer left, there were a couple of fights, and a large group of people were causing problems with traffic. The plan was for ground units to break this event up, which is hard because it was so congested. As it got later and later, a sideshow developed. A sideshow is when groups block off roads and then either race or just spin donuts. You can see how incredibly dangerous this is, as one slip and the people around the spinning car would be ran over. Eventually, the ground units were able to break up the group. We were running low on fuel, and it was time to head back for a break after flying for about 3.5 hours. Is that all the siren buttons?
Yeah. Headed to the guacamole burrito. He bought my dinner.
Police in Modesto are investigating an early morning attack that left a man with life-threatening stab wounds.
We had a report of a stabbing, and they wanted us to find the suspect.
Motorcycle southbound number 7 passing Crow's Landing.
The suspect allegedly stabbed an individual and then fled on a motorcycle. After flying around for a while, we noticed a heat signature by the Tuolumne River. We saw that it was a person and a motorcycle and determined it was probably the suspect. Once the officers on the ground spotted the suspect, he began to flee on the motorcycle. The pursuit was on. After a while, he ran out of gas, dumped the dirt bike, and then tried to run away on foot. Little did he know that Sky 1 was overhead circling. There was no way that he was going to get away. At one point, it looked like the suspect was trying to bury something. We were able to mark that position and later relay it to the officers on the ground. Finally, after about 1.5 hours, the officers were able to detain the suspect. Once we saw this call to its completion, we were low on fuel and it was time to head in for the night.